Stoic meditation for women. Becoming unbreakable, daughter of strength, woman of time. You carry battles both seen and unseen. The world has asked you to endure, to carry, to rise, even when the weight is more than most could bear. And yet you stand. This is no accident. Inside you lies a fire older than fear, deeper than despair, stronger than any storm. But fire must be shaped, guarded and directed. Left wild, it burns itself out. Sharpened with discipline, it becomes the light that guides nations, the warmth that heals others, the flame that can never be extinguished. The Stoic woman is not defined by circumstance. She is defined by her response. The insults of others may cut, but they cannot define her. The trials of fate may wound, but they cannot break her. She walks with a quiet power, rooted not in control of the world, but in control of herself. This is the essence of Stoicism, the art of mastering one's mind, one's will, and one's virtue, not as a philosophy for scholars, but as a weapon for warriors of the spirit. This is not a path of hardness without heart, nor softness without strength. It is a path of balance, wisdom and courage, love and discipline, clarity and resilience. You are not here to be unshaken because life is easy. You are here to be unshaken because life is hard. And so, you begin the training of the unbreakable. Chapter 1, The Fortress. Within, the first law of Stoicism is control. There are things within your command, your choices, your words, your actions, and there are things beyond it, the judgments of others, the chaos of fortune, the turning of time. The Stoic woman does not waste her fire on battles she cannot win. She does not chase after the approval of those who cannot even rule themselves. She does not cry out for the winds of fate to turn in her favor. Instead, she turns inward and builds her fortress there. Her strength is not in forcing the storm to stop, but in standing calm as it rages. She does not demand that others be kind, only that she herself will act with dignity. She does not demand that life be easy, only that she will rise to meet it with grace. Within this fortress there is peace. It cannot be stolen, for no thief can reach it. It cannot be destroyed, for no hand can touch it. This fortress is her discipline, her virtue, her reason. And here she learns the first great truth. What is truly hers can never be taken. Chapter 2, The Lens of Perception. A woman who rules her mind rules her life. Most suffering is not from events themselves, but from the story we tell ourselves about them. A word becomes a dagger because we allow it to pierce. A delay becomes injustice because we decide it is so. The Stoic woman refuses this slavery. She asks, what is this event in truth? What does it demand of me? Is it insult? Then it is air to be ignored. Is it hardship? Then it is training to be endured. Is it loss? Then it is the reminder that all is borrowed and nothing is ours forever. Through perception, she transforms wounds into wisdom. What destroys others becomes her fuel. She sees clearly, and in seeing clearly, she becomes free.
Chapter 3. The discipline of action words may inspire, but actions define. The Stoic woman does not wait for applause or permission. She acts in accordance with virtue, even if unseen, even if unpraised. Her compass does not waver. Courage, to face fear, judgment, and uncertainty without bowing. Justice, to treat others with dignity, fairness, and respect, no matter their station. Temperance, to govern her impulses, her cravings, her fleeting desires. Wisdom, to reflect, to learn, and to live guided by reason. Each day is a test, and each choice builds her character. The world will measure her by appearance, by wealth, by beauty, but she measures herself by her actions. Virtue is her crown, unseen yet eternal.
Chapter 4, The Power of Will. There will be days when courage cannot change what has happened, when wisdom cannot undo the pain, when justice cannot prevent the wound. Here is where the Stoic woman's greatest strength is revealed: her will. When action is no longer possible, endurance remains. She does not crumble when life denies her power. She adapts. She does not ask, "Why me?" She declares, "Why not me? If not me, then who?" This is not weakness, it is defiance. The refusal to let suffering dictate her spirit. She does not collapse under the weight of grief. She carries it with dignity. She does not rage at the unfairness of life. She accepts it and moves forward. She does not seek escape from hardship. She uses hardship as the forge that shapes her into steel. Her will is not loud. It is not desperate. It is silent, unyielding, unshakable. She bends, but she does not break. She falls, but she rises. She suffers, but she endures. This is the secret of the Stoic woman, that even in her darkest hour, she is never defeated.
Chapter 5, The Art of Letting Go. Every woman knows the pain of holding too tightly to love that has left, to dreams that dissolved, to the way things should have been. But the Stoic woman learns that life was never hers to grip like iron. Every person she meets, every joy she holds, every chapter she lives is borrowed. Nothing is permanent, and that is not a curse. It is a gift, for when she releases her grasp, she becomes free. Free from the chains of what if, free from the sorrow of what is gone, free to stand in the present moment, unburdened. To let go is not weakness, it is courage. It is to say, I will not live as a prisoner to what I cannot change. I will not chain myself to ghosts. And so she learns to love fiercely, but without possession, to live passionately, but without clinging, to give her whole heart, and yet, when the time comes, to release with dignity. This is how she remains light in a heavy world. This is how she walks unbreakable, for nothing drags behind her. Chapter 6, Mastery of the Self. The world is loud. Expectations press on her shoulders, to look a certain way, to act a certain way, to succeed on terms not her own. But the Stoic woman understands. The greatest enemy is not outside her walls, it is within them. The battle is with herself, her anger, her envy, her desire for approval, her longing for comfort. But she does not run from this battle. She sharpens herself against it. Every impulse resisted is a victory. Every craving mastered is another brick in her fortress. Every time she chooses discipline over indulgence, she becomes more free. True freedom is not doing whatever she wishes. It is the strength to do what is right, even when her body, her fear, her desire screams otherwise. When others are slaves to appetite, she is sovereign. When others are led by fear, she is commander. When others are broken by weakness, she is whole. For she has mastered the hardest task of all, ruling herself.
Chapter 7, The Fire of Adversity. Life will not spare her. She knows this. To be alive is to suffer. To be human is to bleed. But the Stoic woman sees adversity as her greatest teacher. Fire does not destroy steel, it tempers it. Trials do not break her, they sculpt her. Where others curse their suffering, she bends to it, studies it, and says, "What lesson hides within you?" Pain has taught her resilience. Failure has taught her wisdom. Betrayal has taught her discernment. Loss has taught her gratitude. Every scar is not shame, but scripture, the story of her survival. Every wound becomes a line of strength carved into her soul. The fire may burn, but she no longer fears it, for she knows she was built to endure it.
Chapter 8, The Virtue of Compassion. Strength without compassion is tyranny. Discipline without love is cruelty. The Stoic woman is powerful not only because she is unyielding, but because she chooses to soften where others would harden. Her compassion is not weakness. It is not submission. It is an act of courage to love in a world that has shown her pain, to remain kind in a world that tests her, to forgive, not because others deserve it, but because she deserves peace. Her heart is not a cage to lock away, but a weapon to wield wisely. She chooses carefully whom she gives herself to. But once she does, her love is fierce, her loyalty unshakable. And yet, when compassion must end, she does not crumble. She knows mercy does not mean surrender. She can say no as firmly as she says yes. She can walk away with grace, but also with certainty. For her compassion is balanced by wisdom, and this balance makes her unstoppable.
Chapter 9 The Legacy of Honor. The Stoic woman does not live for applause. She does not seek recognition in fleeting crowns or shallow titles. She knows that beauty fades, wealth disappears, praise is forgotten, but honor is eternal. Her legacy will not be written in stone, but in the lives she touches, the dignity she carries, the example she sets. Her children, her friends, her community will remember not her face or her clothes, but her character. Did she live with courage? Did she act with justice? Did she walk with integrity? This is her true inheritance. This is her immortality. Not statues, not riches, but the memory of a woman who could not be broken.
Chapter 10 The Unbreakable Woman. Now the path is clear. She is no longer merely a woman of circumstance. She is a woman of choice, of discipline, of virtue. The fortress within her stands firm. Her perception transforms pain into wisdom. Her actions are guided by honor. Her will is unshakable. Her compassion is her strength. She has learned to let go, to master herself, to endure fire, to love fiercely, without chains, to live with purpose greater than herself. The Stoic woman is not without fear, but she does not obey it. She is not without pain, but she does not surrender to it. She is not without loss, but she does not let it define her. She walks through life untouchable not because life spares her, but because she has mastered the art of rising again and again. And so, she becomes what the world cannot break. An unshakable soul, a fortress of virtue, a light in the storm, a Stoic woman